Yes, it's another short circuit, trying to remove all of the roadblocks, anything that gets in your way. Here's a couple things that are going to help you to remove some of the things that get in your way from getting up for 15 minutes and moving your body. So we're going to set our dumbbells out already. I've got 5s, 8s, 10s, and 12s. I also have a plan already written out that I'm going to follow. I've got my music already on. And yes, you might see my dogs walk past in the background, but that's my reality, okay? My son might interrupt us, and that's okay. That's my reality. So anything that you can do to get yourself ready to go, your mat, your dumbbells, your water, your plan. If you don't have a plan, you might as well plan to not get best results, okay? All right, so this is going to be an upper body circuit. We've got kneeling overhead presses, hammer curls, and then bent knee push-ups. For the second round, we're going to do a quadruped row. We're going to do a split stance up chop, and then we're going to do kneeling pocket presses. I'm going to talk to you throughout. I don't have a professional editor. I don't have a professional wardrobe designer. I don't have a professional makeup artist. I don't have a professional anything. It's just me. There's not going to be any edits. We're just going to do this, okay? Let's go. So we're going to start with some basic warm-ups, okay? So we're going to sit into this and reach up. We want to get that upper body primed. We want to get the central nervous system on notice that we're getting ready to do an upper body circuit. So I want you to notice that I'm kind of bouncing into these just to kind of get that blood flow going, right? I'm reaching up real high and I'm crossing. Reaching up, I'm stretching through the lats, right? Reaching up, okay? Now we're gonna do some pullbacks. You're gonna feel this through the pecs and through where the shoulder attaches. And again, we're gonna keep that nice athletic bounce in our legs, right? This is what it looks like from the side. Just pull back. All right, let's do some nice reaches. These are not punches, these are reaches, and I'm rotating my trunk, right? I'm spreading out my fingertips. I'm sending the blood all the way up and out and back again. There's not really a set number of reps here, maybe 20, right? Okay, we're gonna get down and do a couple bent knee push-ups. Take these nice and easy. This doesn't have to be anything that's gonna kick your butt right now, because don't worry, I'll do that later. Fingertips are gonna be really far spread apart. Hi, Teddy. You're gonna give me a kiss. Hi, you're nice. All right, just give me about 10, nice and slow. Again, I want those fingertips out really wide. I want you to think that you're opening a jar down there on the mat, okay? Nice and slow. Get that nose down to the mat. Keep that back straight. Let's do 5 more. Heart rate's going up already. All right, grab a light weight that you've already put right here beside you. I'm gonna use a 5-pounder just for a warm-up chest press. I'm gonna make sure that the small of my back is engaged in that pad below me. Right, so I'm tilting my hips back. It's called an anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. Tilt it back. Get those dumbbells in place. And again, the purpose of this warm-up is to let your central nervous system know that you're getting ready to do your upper body. And your warm-up should mimic the moves that you're going to be doing in your circuit. All right, so now we're going to do, again, with a nice light weight, we're just going to do an up chop. Just priming the body. All right, let's switch sides. Tuck it in your pocket and press it up. All right, do a couple bicep curls. Again, nice and lightweight. Nothing too taxing right now. We'll get to that later. Let's do 5 more. So we're moving, right? We're not resting in between our warm-up reps, right? We want to get that heart rate up. Let's do a couple overhead presses. Nice and light. These are only 5 pounds. Let's do 5 more. All right. And because I want to practice what I preach, I'm going to go get my water. I'll be right back. I'm all set. All right, we're going to get into it. Here's my water. All right, we're going to get started with kneeling overhead presses. So now we're into the first circuit in earnest, okay? I'm going to start with my 10s, and I'm going to finish with a heavier weight as I go through the entire circuit. We're going to do 12 reps of every exercise. The reason we kneel is because we turn off the lower body from helping us. Now there are going to be times when you want to integrate the lower body with the upper body, but that's not what we're doing today. Okay, you're going to grab those with a neutral grip, and you're going to start them in front of your face like you're blocking a punch, and then when you press them, you're going to turn them the other direction. Okay, if you feel any pain in your lower back, go lighter. When you press these up, I want you to think that you're pushing with the lats and the shoulders. Okay, and I want you to push these through the ceiling. That's going to give you a full extension. We're not bringing them all the way down here, okay? So we're going to go up and turn them to the front. The reason we turn them is because we want to hit all 3 heads of the shoulder, right? The deltoid has an anterior, a posterior, and a medial meat, and we want to hit all of it. Okay, so let's go for 12 reps now, okay? They're here in front of us like we're blocking a punch. We're going to turn them and push them through the ceiling. Try not to lean backwards, okay? Here we go for 12. 1. 4. Here comes 6. We're halfway done. We got 6 more. Big exhale on the press. Two more. Now, I want you to think about your rest period in between each set. It shouldn't be for too long because we want to keep the blood flow going to those muscles. If you rest for too long in between each set, you actually can run the risk of injury because your body has become less ready for that movement, and you've already warmed up and you've already started. So just take a rest as your body tells you, hey, I need a little bit of a rest here. I don't want you to wait too long though, okay? You don't want to get that heart rate too low. And the muscles are warm now, right? So they're ready to be pliable. You don't want your muscles to get cold, and you don't want your heart rate to get too low. All right, so that was our first exercise, was the kneeling overhead press. The second one, we're going to do hammer curls. I'm also going to do these in a kneeling position for the exact same reason that we did the first exercise in a kneeling position. Okay, hammer curls are exactly what they sound like for 12. I want you to notice, I'll show you these from the side. I'm not jacking these up like that. I'm not swinging them because then we've integrated our shoulders too much. So we want to stay nice and still. We want to keep those shoulder blades retracted and locked. And we just want the only joint that's moving is the elbow joint. Coming up on 6. All right, we got 6 more. Nice and slow. We're going to flex the bicep at the top, and we're going to flex the tricep at the bottom. 3 more. Flex and flex. 2 more. 1. Last one coming up. There we go. There's our second exercise. Kneeling hammer curls. Our third one is going to be a bent knee push-up. Again, it's exactly what it sounds like. My feet are gonna be hooked in the back right here, and I'm gonna have those hands nice and wide again. And we want our hands right underneath our shoulders, okay? And then you're gonna inch them out maybe about an inch, okay? So maybe it's a 10-degree angle from our shoulders. So we're gonna go for 12. Nice and slow, get that nose all the way down to the mat. And then push through the floor, push your hands through the floor with your pecs, okay? I think this is 6. Let's get 6 more. Last one coming up, big exhale right here. There we go. So now you can push pause here, and you can take a minute break in between the circuit, or let's say you're feeling great, and you feel like you could get right back into that next circuit. Just give yourself 10, 15, 20 seconds and go for it. If you need the minute, take it. But remember, don't wait too long to get back to that next round, okay? So I'm gonna hit the round again, and we're on round 2, and I'm gonna go back to the kneeling overhead press. This time I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. So I've got my 12s. Don't feel like you have to do what I'm doing. If you're stronger and you can go heavier, girl, go heavier. Here we go for 12. You can hear my exhale. That's 6. Got 6 more. Two more. Last one, really push that through the ceiling. And there's 6. All right, we're gonna drop down for our hammer curls. And when I say drop down, I just mean drop those weights down here. I also have a little bit of a trick back here. I'm always on my toes. Okay, I'm never with the tops of my feet are never flat on the mat. And all that does is it gives us just a little bit more of instability on our base. So it makes us use our core a little bit more to stay stable, okay? So always on your toes if you can. If you need to widen your stance a little bit with your knees to stay stable, you can do that. But the more narrow your stance, the less stable you are, the more you have to use your core to stay stable. Okay, here we go for 12 hammer curls. Remember, it's the elbow joint that controls the weight up and down. 2 more. Eyes are looking straight forward, right? We're not looking down, and we're not cocking our neck back, right? We're looking straight into the horizon so we can see our future results. I lost count, so I'm going to do 1 more. All right? I'm going to go straight into my bent knee push-ups for 12. Now you can mess around a little bit with the way you have your hands. Sometimes I like to bring them in nice and narrow, right? I like to bring them in nice and close, and I like to do a tricep push-up. So that's what I'm going to do this next round right here, like this. If you're not ready to do that yet, just keep those hands nice and wide, all right? And do them more traditional. The other thing I want you to see, I want you to see where my elbows go and where they don't go. My elbows do not go straight out like in a letter T, right? They go back, almost like if you could look at me from the bird's eye view, you would see the letter W, right? I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust out 12 bent knee push-ups, and you do these however you feel like is the most comfortable for you, okay? Fingertips are wide, remember that. We got 4 more. Really, really push through the floor, okay? There we go. All right, we've already finished 2 rounds of the first circuit. So we're back to those overhead presses. If you can go heavier, go heavier. If you need to go lighter so that you can execute these moves with pristine form, so it's safe and effective, do that. If you know whether you're cheating, you know whether or not you're bending your back. If any of those things are happening, go lighter. All right, 12 overhead presses, here we go. Big exhale, big inhale. I think that's 6. We're halfway there. 1, 2, 3, 3 more. Last one coming up. There we go. All right, right back down to hammer curls. Roll those shoulders out a little bit if you need to, right? Couple deep breaths. We've got those weights ready to go. I'm on my toes back here, right? The tops of my feet are not touching the mat. I'm on my toes, right? Elbow joint is the only joint that's moving for 12. Remember to flex it right here, and then flex that tricep at the bottom. Remember, this is a bicep and tricep exercise, not a shoulder exercise. Yes, the shoulders are involved, but they are not the prime mover. So don't swing those weights. Just curl them with those biceps. Anybody know what number we're on? Last one. There we go. Okay, guess what? I have great news. Last set of the first circuit. Bent knee push-ups. I'm gonna have a little fun with these. I'm gonna alternate my hands every rep, okay? So I'm gonna walk it out for 1. I'm gonna switch them. Walk it out for 2. Coming up on 6. Here's 8, and then I'm going to do 4 more at the end. Traditional. And there's your first circuit. So now I'm going to push pause, pretend. I want you to push pause and go ahead and take a water break and say hello to your kid, your spouse. Say hello to your dog. Tell everybody that you love them. And tell them to support you. And make sure that you surround yourself with people who are on your team, who are going to help you to remove any of the roadblocks that you've got that are going to get you to your fitness goals. Push pause here if you need to. Go fix your hair if your hairband fell out, or if you have a barrette laying on the floor. Get your water, take a potty break, whatever you need. All right, if you're back, we're ready to go to the second circuit. So we've got what's called a quadruped row. So quadruped, quad meaning 4. We're going to be in a quadruped position, okay? I'm going a little bit heavier on this because I know that my back is just generally stronger than my shoulders or my biceps because it's a larger muscle group. So you should be able to pull more weight like this than you were able to do with overhead presses. So I'm going heavier on this. And if you can go heavier, go for it. So I've dropped the rep count down to 10 reps because I'm going heavier in this second circuit. You don't have to match me. You just have to do better than you every day, okay? So I'm in the quadruped position. I'm on my toes. I've got a nice, firm, stable base over here. And I'm rowing up I'm pulling that right into the rib cage. My elbow is nice and close to the rest of my body. You got 6 more. Exhale when you pull it up. Right there. All right, I'm gonna turn the other way just so you can see what this looks like. Again, I have a nice firm base, fingertips are nice and wide. I'm on my toes back here. I've got this right underneath my armpit, and I'm gonna pull it right into my rib cage. I got 6 more. There's our first exercise, all right? And what that is that's a complement to the push-ups that you did, right? So you want to follow a push with a pull, and you want to be in generally the same plane, right? So I was in a horizontal position when I did my push-ups, and now I'm in a horizontal position when I do my pulls, my pull-ups, pull the weight up, okay? So now we're in a split stance up chop. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter because my shoulders are a little bit tired. So I have a 10 here, but again, the rule with what weights you choose is you always want to be able to execute all of the reps with pristine form so it's safe and it's effective. So the weight starts here in my pocket, and I'm gonna chop it up. So this is a straight arm exercise. Don't bend your elbows, we're going for 12. So the weight starts in the leg that's down, in the pocket of the leg that's down, and you chop up to the opposite side. You'll understand why you went lighter. Coming on 6, 7, 8, we're making it a diagonal. 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Oh, I lied. I said I was only going to do 10. Well, it just felt good, so I did 12. You don't have to. You can do 10. All right, we're going to grab that weight. We're going to push it into our pocket on the other side. Notice I've changed legs. Now my left leg is down, my right leg is up, and I'm going to go for 10 chops. Try to keep those arms as straight as you can. There's 6, we got 4 more. We got 2 more to go. You're gonna feel this in the shoulders. Hi, buddy, how really? And you're gonna feel it in the obliques, right, of the side of the leg that's down, okay? Last one. You're gonna stay in that kneeling position. And you're gonna do a pocket press. So you're gonna push it in, press it right in the middle. Push it in, press it right in the middle. Push it in the pocket. That's why it's called a pocket press. Two more. There's 10. You don't have to switch sides. That's all we need to do there. All right, we're going to go back to the beginning of that circuit. Remember, we're in the second circuit. This is the second round of the second circuit. We're going to go back to that quadruped row. Now, if the weight that you chose before felt light, go heavier. And that's what I'm going to do. Let's get in that quadruped position. Remember, I'm on my toes. I got a nice firm stance over here with my hand. Starts right underneath my shoulder. And I'm going to row that bad girl right into my rib cage for 10. 5 more. 2 more. Big exhale right here. Be a finisher, be a finisher. Right to the other side. You don't have to rest in between because we didn't use this side of our body for the first set. Okay, here comes 10. Nice firm stance. 3, 4, 5. Don't bounce this weight, right? I don't want you to bounce it up and down. I want you to move it and control it with the strength of your muscles. Okay? So if you find that you're kind of opening your body like this, right? And you're not really doing a full rep, then you need to lower your weight. Or conversely, if you're just kind of like throwing it, right? And it doesn't have that sticky feel to it, then you're going too light and you need to go heavier, okay? Now we're into the last 2 exercises, a split stance up chop, right? So remember, it starts in the pocket of the leg that's down, and it's a straight arm exercise, and we chop up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2. Try not to bend forward. 3, or arch backward. If you're having to do that, go lighter in weight. And again, if it doesn't feel sticky enough, right? If you feel like you're just kind of flailing, then go heavier. Five more. Two more. Anybody else's shoulders on fire? Mine are getting there, I can tell you that. I'm going to take a water break. Hi, buddy. I'm going to say hi to my man. My furry man. How we doing? We got this. All right, pocket presses. I'm going to go a little bit heavier. I was feeling pretty good. I'm going to switch which leg I had down on the first rep. So now my left leg is down. Push it in. Go straight overhead. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I could have gone heavier. Even heavier. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you hear that interruption? That's my dog. That's real life. Guess what, buddy? You ain't gonna get it yet. I'm almost done. All right. Guess what? Last time through. Okay, quadruped row. I'm going as heavy as I can because I'm feeling great. Thank you for being here with me. Getting that quadruped. I'm nice and firm. I'm on my toes. I got my heavy weight. Working that rear deltoid. Working that latissimus dorsi. Big exhale right here. Working the obliques. 5 more. 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Last one. All right, other side. Buddy, I'm almost done. I'm almost done, Pop. All right, nice firm stance. This is not about talking yourself out of, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Right now, this is about saying to yourself and everybody else, I got this. I can do this. Here we go for 10. 5 more. Keep that elbow in tight. Spine is neutral. We're not looking up. We're looking right down at the mat. All right. We got 2 more exercises, friends. All right. Up chops. I'm going to go a little bit lighter now because it's my last exercise and I'm feeling a little bit fatigued and I want to make sure I stay safe and don't hurt myself. Right? Chop it up.
Yeah.
5 more. Last one. seconds. Right to the other side. Keep those muscles under tension, right? You notice I'm slowing down. I want to do these safely. And with complete reps, right? All the way through. All the way through. Last one. All the way through. All right, hey buddy, come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go get it. Hurry up. Come on. Go. 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 Yeah, go boy. All right. Last exercise. I'm going to go a little bit heavier, right? I want to finish on fire. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier on these, okay? All right, we're going to push it in the pocket, go straight overhead. I'm going to do 5 with this leg down, and then I'm going to switch legs and go 5 with the other leg down right away. Straight overhead. I owe one more because I did one of them incorrectly. Push it in the ceiling. Way to go. Look, remember, have a plan. I know you can't see what's written on there, but the plan for this workout is written behind me. I've got my dumbbells already set up. I've got my mat. I did have to go get my water, but there's so many things that get in our way. The worst thing that gets in our way is this voice that's inside our head that's always talking to us about what we can't do and why. You have to reframe that talking and start saying to yourself, this is for me, this is for my health, this is for my well-being. I'm gonna feel happier and be able to move my body better. And when we feel better, we are just kinder, nicer people. And shouldn't we all strive for that? Way to go. Thanks for being here with me. Leave me comments below. Let me know any ideas you have for any other circuits and any questions that you have. And I am so thrilled to follow up with you. Remember, move more, eat better, not less, and start today.